What's going on, foodies? Today, we're going to be taking a look at Nashville chicken, Nashville hot chicken. And, it's all the rage. It's everywhere. So I wanted to try some Nashville hot chicken for myself. All right, so Nashville hot chicken, the story goes back in the 1930s. This gentleman, I think his last name was Prince or Princess or something of the effect. He was kind of a womanizer, and he had crossed a woman in a kind of dirty way. And there's nothing worse than a woman scorned. And so what she did, she thought she was going to get him back. She woke up and made him some breakfast. And she made him some fried chicken, and she decided to put some extra hot sauce in there and just do it up dirty, if you would. Not voodoo dirty, hot sauce dirty. Turns out he liked it. And so, he started cooking it, sharing it with his friends, and everybody kind of gives this guy the credit. Some places even call it princess chicken, but guess what? We need to call it Woman Scorned Chicken, because it was actually invented by the girl he done dirty. But now it's kind of a Nashville thing. You find it in Nashville, and it's getting big popularity. It's so popular, I went to KFC to grab some. Where else do you grab Nashville hot chicken quick and easy? So I go down there, sold out. So what we decided to do, instead of getting on that Nashville hot chicken taste, even though we're making Nashville hot chicken today, we're gonna take a look at their new chicken sandwich, see what that's all about, and then talk about what we're gonna do to make some Nashville hot chicken. So let's get rocking at these chicken sandwiches. Now I did get one of the regular, one of the spicy. I am a little upset they didn't label them. And I don't know how you guys feel. Let me know how you feel. Hit me in the comments. What's with these new French fries? What's with these new fries? I miss my potato wedges. These wouldn't be too bad if they, would have been hot when I got them. Who am I kidding? No such thing as a bad French fry, right? Never met a carbohydrate I didn't like. It's one of the 5 food groups: butter, bacon, caffeine, carbs, and bourbon. All right, let's take a look at these sandwiches. So, here's the first one here. Not too bad, looking like a little mayo on there. We got our fried chicken. They got the pickles loaded on there. Kind of wishing it was Nashville hot, and it's not. Normally I wouldn't cut my chicken in half, but I wanted to take a look inside of this bad boy. Looks like a nice little breast in there. Looks like nice little chicken breast. And let's see what she tastes like here. Chicken is juicy. Loving the pickles. I don't know how I feel about the like old school McDonald's bun here, but the mayonnaise is awesome. Mayonnaise is great. I could eat this all day. A lot of conversation that KFC's taking the place of Popeyes, who's taking the place of Chick-fil-A. I don't know. It's good though. Take a look at the other half. Nice to see a little consistency in that chicken. This is what excites me, man. All this gnarly coming off. This is the spicy. So, let's take a look at what the inside of that looks like. Another nice breast inside there. We got the taper down. That's natural with chicken. I'm bitching about these fries, but going right back to them. So, we're going to take a look at this Nashville. Oh, wait. I'm knocking stuff over. Let's try this on for size here. Now, not the Nashville hot sauce. Kind of like a cayenne pepper. Not too bad. It's got a little heat to it, nothing unbearable. But I do like spicy food. But I gotta tell you, I love the pickle on here. I don't think their chicken has that briny taste like KFC, like Chick-fil-A chicken. But I like the pickle, the flavor that it's adding to the chicken. We're gonna sit here and finish this chicken. You guys get ready for a little Nashville hot chicken. Here it comes. What's going on, foodies? We talked all about Nashville hot chicken and how it's taken over. Now it's time to learn how it's done. Let's get these rings off and let's get this party started. All right, the first thing we need our chicken. We've got some beautiful, plump tenders here. These are about 1.5 ounce to 2 ounce tenders each. We're gonna set these aside for just a minute. Just slide those up because it's time to make our bath for those tenders. So let's start making our bath. All right, so we got our plump, juicy tenders. Time to make the bath. How are we gonna make the bath? It's real simple. Guys, this isn't rocket science, so pay attention and how easy it is. And you can do this with absolutely anything. We're gonna use a little bit of half and half. You know I love my half and half. We got limes. I'm a lime guy, no lemons. We're gonna use Voodoo Chef Burn. Now, if you don't have Voodoo Chef Burn, you can use any cayenne pepper hot sauce. Like I say all the time, you do you. You pick the hot sauce you're gonna use. So we got the ingredients right here and it's real simple. We just have to mix them all together. So let's get our pan in place. We're gonna mix these right in the pan. Save us a little bit of dish. 1 3/4 cup, half and half. 1/3 of a cup cayenne pepper sauce. We are using Voodoo Chef Burn. Now, here's the fun part. We're gonna squeeze our lime juice right into the pan. And I say the fun part because, you know, I love limes. And we all know what I love to put my limes in, my bourbon. So we're saving all these limes. We got these all around the house. We put them inside our bourbon. We put them inside our tequila. Today, we're putting them right inside of our bath for our Nashville hot chicken. Now, you may ask me why we're using limes, why we're using half and half. Why aren't we going with a traditional buttermilk? Great question. You can use a straight buttermilk if you like. When you don't have buttermilk, we tend to take milk and add a little acid to it, whether you're adding vinegar or citric acid, to kind of give it that buttermilk substitute. I got to have that extra fat. We're using the half and half, fattest flavor. We're going to mix this up. We're going to put our chicken right inside, and it's going to sit for the 24. Now, if you're impatient, give it a good 4 hours in that bath. Let it sit in there. Let it do its thing. Let it work its magic. The hot sauce is going to add a little extra acid, so it's okay if we're a little impatient. But I like to go the big 2-4. So let's get these things marinating up and get them in the refrigerator to get some marination on. Look at that beautiful pink color. Beautiful pink color of that marinade. And you notice I'm using a third pan. This just allows me to get my tenders in here, keep them flat. You know, when you're using a bowl, it's got that rounded bottom. We're not going to get a true coverage. Some of those tenders on top don't sit as nice. So we're just going to load these tenders in here and make sure they are all fully covered inside our half and half hot sauce and lime mixture. And these things are ready to go. Let's get them in the refrigerator. See you tomorrow. All right, guys, we're back. You know, we started this yesterday. We got those in the cooler. They're ready to come out. We got our breading all laid out because we got to coat these bad boys up. Now they're soaking in the buttermilk, faux buttermilk, half and half lime juice, cayenne pepper hot sauce. If you want to use the buttermilk, make sure you add the cayenne pepper hot sauce. We're using Voodoo Chef Burn, which you can get at voodoochef.com, but you can use whatever you want. All right, let's get back to business here. So, all right, remember, we're going voodoo. So, all right, it's time to make our seasoned flour. So let's get to it. We've got our flour. We've got our cornstarch. We've got our Voodoo Chef Red, our Voodoo Chef Dust. And if you remember the story, the scorned woman, which is why we're probably going to call this Scorned Chicken, really ramped this up. We've got 2 extra teaspoons of cayenne pepper. So we're going to mix these all together to create our seasoning flour. Why cornstarch? Why are we adding cornstarch to our flour? The cornstarch is going to help that gluten develop. It's going to absorb moisture in the fryer, and it's going to help create a crispier coat on our fried chicken. We all love that crispiness of that fried chicken. Add a little bit of cornstarch, get that little extra punch, that little extra crisp, that little extra crunch. All right, let's get these things mixed up so we can start dusting our chicken and dropping them in the fryer. All right, guys, time to bread. So we've got our chicken that's been sitting in that yummy goodness of half and half Voodoo Chef Burn and lime juice. God, where's the bourbon, right? We've got our seasoned flour, that extra cayenne pepper. Don't forget the cornstarch for that little extra crisp. Now, we're gonna get a sheet pan with a raised rack. And what we're gonna do is we are going to double bread. What do I mean by that? We are gonna come out of the half and half mix. We're gonna go into our seasoned flour. We're gonna fully coat and then shake off the excess, back into the half and half mix, back into the flour again. Shake off the excess, and then we're gonna set it on our raised rack. And we're gonna leave it set for 20 minutes. Guys, this is perfect. Gives us time to bread our chicken, get our oil on, let our oil heat up. By setting it for 20 minutes, it's gonna create that tackiness, that outside ooey gooey, and it's gonna help all of that stay attached to the chicken. Don't skip this step. All right, let's start breading. You can smell the cayenne. All right, guys, we're gonna have a wet hand and a dry hand. And when I say dry hand, not really dry, look at the goop. But that'll help us get this process going a little faster. Guys, I normally talk about smell-o-vision during the cooking process. Not this time. Man, this woman must have really been scorned, because these bad boys are gonna be fire. And I don't mean, oh my God, that's fire. I mean, whew, these are gonna be hot. I am so excited. You know, we talk about the heat of this. Forget that we're breading it and dredging it once. We're dredging it twice. It's getting twice the heat. It's gonna be twice as nice. All right, guys, real important. Make sure you have that drain pan ready for when they come out of the fryer. We don't want to just set them down on a damp cloth. We want that extra grease to just come right off and drip right off. That's gonna help keep the crispest chicken possible. Let's get going. Guys, we're going real deal Lucille here. Breaking out the Crisco. So load your pan up, get it hot. I'm gonna set mine on about a medium-high heat. I'm gonna take it to the sizzle point. I can check that by dropping a little flour in there, see if it sizzles. I can do the chopstick to the bottom of the pan, see if we get the bubbles. Whatever method you do, make sure you get it to that sizzle point before we start adding our chicken. Guys, we talk about cooking with all the senses. I can start to smell the oil. I can hear it crackling a little bit. We're real close. All right, guys, I know you heard that sizzle. Means it's time to get these tenders in. Let's start dropping them in. Remember, always drop away from you so that you don't get that splatter. And don't overcrowd your pan. We want to make sure that these things get a good cook on them, but we want to make sure that we don't overcrowd the pan. Remember that temperature drops every time we add food in. So we want to make sure we're getting the same cook on all the pieces of the chicken. We'll go 3 at a time, even though I want to eat them now. Just let them do their thing. Don't get over anxious like this guy and start playing with them, thinking you can eat them out. You can't eat them till they're done anyway. Let them cook. I'm just gonna take them out, put them right on our raised rack, and get the next ones in, because 3's not enough for anybody. I don't know that 6 is enough. Maybe not even 9. Shh. I got a little special treat. A little extra crispy that came out of the oil. Shh. Can you hear the crunch? It's like fried chicken without the fried chicken. And you're getting all the warmth from all the yummy goodness that we put in there. Scorned woman, my ass. That's some good shit. Guys, this double breading is where it's at. The double dredge, double duty, whatever you want to call it, it's going to be double dog good. So make sure you don't skip that step. You're looking at these coming out. They're big, they're plump, they're crispy. Oh my. There might not be any for the girls. Girls might not get any. Even the ones that are just kind of quasi-tame, they might not get any. Just might not happen. It's not even a joke anymore. All right, guys, we're down to the end. It's time to make the sauce. If you remember, I was talking to you about the beautiful amber color that the fry oil was taking on. You can smell the chicken, you can smell the seasonings, you can smell the cayenne. It's gonna add a wonderful flavor to our sauce. So we're gonna start with that in our pan, and then we'll add the rest of the ingredients. All right, guys, this is called Nashville Hot for a reason. Here we go. We're gonna start with that 1/2 cup of oil. And this is for the sauce, the finishing sauce. We're gonna add, because we're voodoo, a 1/2 cup of bacon fat. And that's right, we got it hanging out in our refrigerator. Doesn't everybody? All right, we want to take a little bit of cut off that. We're gonna add just a touch of brown sugar, about a tablespoon and a half. We're gonna add 2 teaspoons of Voodoo Chef Red, 1 teaspoon granulated garlic, and then here comes the craziness, guys. Another 1/3 cup of cayenne pepper. Watch your nose, this is gonna be fuming. Guys, this is the easy part. Whisk it all together. Get those flavors going. And again, if you want to use all fry oil, go for it. I love the taste of that bacon. We're using the bacon grease. I've got this on about a medium-high heat. We're just heating it up to get it mixed up. We're gonna brush it all over our chicken, and we're good to go. We're ready to rock and roll. Guys, the bacon, the cayenne, this stuff is maddening. This is gonna be insane. Get ready, here we come. That quick, she's done. All right, guys, just for easeability, I'm gonna take this back into my 1 quart. This is hot grease. Be super careful. Make sure and scrape your pan. Get all that yummy goodness in there. All right, here we go. Real easy. Take our Cajun hot and brush them up. Now, if you want to squirt bottle this and be that guy, go for it. Not needed. This is perfectly fine. Guys, the color change is insane. I hope you're watching this. Man, that bacon, the cayenne, and the crisp on this chicken. All right, guys, the moment of truth. It's time for that classic build. All right, we got our white bread. We're gonna lay our tenders on top. Now, I'm gonna tell you, I like a lot of tenders. All right, and we can't forget the pickles. We are gonna be putting Voodoo Chef Fat Boy Quickles on here, and if you have not had them, you are definitely missing out. And you know what? I'm me. I want another tender on there. And we're just gonna get this going. And you know what? I love my Fat Boy Quickles. You can't have enough Fat Boy Quickles. We're gonna get these on here. We're gonna add a little more of the hot sauce. Just a little drizzle. Just a little. We got a little splatter. I learned from watching Dexter, it's a spatter, not a splatter. But there it is, guys. A little Nashville Hot Chicken. VooDoo-fied. Get on it, because I'm about to. Right now. Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm looking for a napkin. I'm looking for a fork. Chicken's so tender, so hot. That's why it's on that bread. Man, you gotta get that bread in there to cool it down. Guys, you gotta get on this Nashville Hot. I'm gonna go get on this Nashville Hot. This is, oh my God, it's hot. Wowzers. Wowzers. Can't wait to see your photos. Get them going. Get them to us. Until next time, guys. like nostalgia. That Sunday afternoon picnic, fried chicken, being that guy who doesn't like to get sticky, wrapping it in bread. I like that spice. That's a nice spicy flavor they got there. But I think the sell on this is the pickle, guys. And the French fries that I was bitching about. Gotta love the fry. I hope you like the Nashville chicken. Let me know what you want us to cook next. These fries, kind of like a cheap knockoff of Checkers. I gotta tell you, when I opened the bag and it came with a spork, I kind of got excited thinking I was gonna have a sloppy sandwich all over the place like they do. A little disappointed. I like a little hand run. You know, you're holding that sandwich and it just kind of drips down your hand and you got to do one of these. I like a hand run. We need to work on that. KFC.